Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, I wanted to get on here and give my review of this past weekend's Queen of Indies 2023 tournament, which was hosted by a combination of PW Revolution, Pro Wrestling Revolution, West Coast Pro, and in collaboration with Marvelous Women's Pro Wrestling to put together this event. And I wanted to give my review on it, go through the matches, and get to talk about who ended up winning said Queen of Indies tournament. But before we get started, I want to remind everybody to be sure to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty for an awesome lineup of video game themed makeup and cosmetic products. And if you see something that interests you and you'd like to make a purchase, be sure to use the promo code BlitzballChamp and you get 10% off of your order. So, nice little discount. Be sure you use it if you plan on making a purchase. Okay. PW Revolution West Coast Pro featuring Marvelous hosted the Queen of Indies 2023 tournament. The first ever Queen of Indies tournament. They have previously done a King of Indies tournament, but now this was their first time doing the Queen of Indies tournament. And this was this past weekend, May 13th. This was at the United Irish Cultural Center in San Francisco, California. The ladies on commentary ended up being Alyssa Marino and one of my favorites, Veda Scott, who I got the chance to meet before, who's also married to Speedball Mike Bailey, who is in Japan killing it right now in the Best of Super Juniors 30 tournament. So these ladies definitely did a really good job. And we had quite a card for the show. Definitely a really good show. I just finished watching it a moment ago. So let's get into the actual card. So, before we go into it, just wanted to remind everybody that the way they did this tournament, they did 4 first round matches, and then they took the 4 winners from each round and hosted a semifinal tag team match, putting 2 of the competitors in a team and the other competitors in a team. The winning team would go on to the finals of this tournament and face each other to be crowned Queen of Indies 2023. So that's how they did the tournament format. A little interesting, a little out of the ordinary, but I felt like it worked out decently well, in my opinion. But first up, let's start off with the opening match, which was a fatal 5-way. It's a 5-way match. We had J-Rod versus Promise Braxton versus Jordan Blade versus Gigi Ray versus Amira. Now, most of these names I'm not familiar with except for Promise Braxton, who has competed in DPW before, Deadlock Pro Wrestling. She's also appeared on AEW Dark, I believe. So it's a familiar face within the indie scene. So Promise Braxton, pretty cool. J-Rod, never heard of. Jordan Blade. They called Jordan Blade the submission sniper. No. I'm sorry. She needs to change that name. I know Konami when I see her. And that is the only true submission sniper. Not this Jordan Blade. So, sorry. But she needs to get a name change. Or at least a nickname change. Gigi Ray and Amira. This match wasn't too long. I think all 5 ladies got to showcase their talent a little bit throughout this match. Jordan Blade showed off a lot of her power and striking ability. Gigi Ray was, all over the place, so I thought she was pretty cool. Promise Braxton did her thing. I felt like, I'm not going going to say it was obvious she was going to win, but I felt like she may have been the favorite to win this match. And sure enough, she did. She pinned Amira after hitting the Broken Promise for the 1-2-3, and Promise Braxton goes on to win the opening contest. Next up is when we got started on the actual Queen of Indies tournament matches. So, the first match, first round, we had Lady Frost versus Dulce Tormenta. Dulce Tormenta, I have never heard of, so this was my first time seeing her. Lady Frost is a very familiar name. I've seen her quite a number of times, especially on Impact Wrestling and in the Indies as well. She's competed in AEW and ROH as well, so definitely a familiar face in Lady Frost. This was a pretty good match overall. I will say this was a good clash of styles here. Dulce Tormenta did look good as well. So I was pretty impressed with her. But overall, I was very high on Lady Frost for obvious reasons. Great high flyer, very talented, very athletic. And sure enough, Lady Frost ended up getting the pin after hitting the frostbite off the top turnbuckle. And Lady Frost is your first to advance to the semifinal tag team match in the Queen of Indies tournament. So, good showing there from Lady Frost. Okay, next up we had another really good first round match, which I felt could have gone either way. We had the Renaissance woman Hyan taking on Masha Slamovich. I'm definitely familiar with Hyan. I've known Hyan ever since back when Queens of Combat was still a thing. I've seen her quite a bit in the indies. Seen her twice in DPW. No, scratch that. Not twice. 3 times, actually. 3 times. So, definitely a familiar name. Of course, Masha Slamovich competed on Impact Wrestling a bunch. Definitely has established herself as a very well-known name in pro wrestling. So this was definitely a great matchup between these two ladies. And it really went back and forth. It could have gone either way. Definitely a great display of power and agility from both ladies. I just felt that it was a very clean match that really showcased the best out of both ladies. But Masha Slamovich was able to get the victory in this match, submitting Hyan with a sleeper hold. And she advances to the semifinals. But no shame to Hyan there. She did an excellent job in this match. Hands down. Alright, next up, another first round match. We had a marvelous showdown with this next match. We had the AAAW singles champion in Momono taking on Maria. Of course, both ladies have wrestled quite a lot in Marvelous. And of course, Mio just became champion not too long ago. Great match. Great match from both of these ladies. Definitely a great Joshi display for the crowd there in San Francisco. Really could have gone either way. Both competitors are really strong. Maria has great speed, great agility, and submission ability. And Mio Momono, just her agility, her high-flying skills, excellent. And it was really back and forth, but Mio Momono was able to pick up the victory over Maria with the Casadora roll-up for the 1-2-3. And nice show of sportsmanship after the match to Maria. But marvelous pro wrestling in the house being showcased in that match. So I thought that was a really great match. But Mio Momono advances to the semifinals. All right. And then our final first round match came down to 2 ladies that I've become very familiar with and have quite an appreciation for. We got Unagi Sayaka versus Space Jesus Billie Starkz. This was quite an interesting matchup. I wasn't quite sure how this matchup would go, but it was definitely one that I was interested in the most out of the 4 first round matches. Both ladies looked really awesome in this match. It was really hard to tell who was going to pull this one off because, I mean, Billie Starkz, she's been wrestling all over the world lately and just staying busy. Unagi Sayaka, she's been keeping busy in Japan as well ever since becoming a freelancer. She's been wrestling all over, JTO, Marvelous, all over the place. So, she's been staying busy. But overall, good, solid match from both ladies. Really could have gone either way. But Unagi Sayaka pulls off the victory, hitting that special reverse STO on Billie Starkz for the 1-2-3. And Unagi Sayaka, former member of Cosmic Angels, picks up the victory and is your final competitor to advance to the semifinals of the Queen of Indies tournament. Okay, so we got our 4. So we take a break and go into a 6-woman tag team match. We pretty much had Team PW Revolution versus Team Marvelous. So on Team Marvelous, you had the all-star team of Sandra, Moone, Takumi Iroha, and the woman herself, the leader, the head of Marvelous, Chigusa Nagayo. Team Marvelous against Team PW Revolution, which was made up of Karisma, legendary Lady Apache, and coming out of retirement for this special attraction match, Nicole Savoy. So this was quite a very entertaining match. This match had a decent dose of comedy and high-end action from both teams. It was really cool to see the legends, Lady Apache and Chigusa Nagayo, square off first. I thought that was really good to see those two start the match off. And you know what? Lady Apache looked really, really good in this match. She still got it. She definitely still got it. Looked very strong. And you know, I really felt like, don't get me wrong, I love that Chigusa Nagayo was in this, Takumi Iroha. It was good to see Nicole Savoy again, but I honestly felt like Lady Apache was the MVP of this match. Even though she wasn't on the winning side of this match, I felt like she was the MVP of this match, hands down. But all 6 ladies looked very solid. Of course, you know I love me some Takumi Iroha, so she was definitely showcased well. It was good to see Nicole Savoy again. I haven't seen her. The last time I saw her, it was actually a ROH show. It was live. She went up against Sumi Sakai. That was the last time I saw Nicole Savoy at a live event. But yeah, that was long time ago. But definitely, this was a very fun and enjoyable match. But yeah, Takumi Iroha got the victory for Team Marvelous after she pinned Nicole Savoy after hitting her with the running 3. But definitely enjoyed this match. I would have to say probably my second favorite match of the whole card, for sure. Okay, next up we had the Queen of Indies semifinal tag team match. So the teams were decided, and it came down to, on one side, Lady Frost and Unagi Sayaka as a team, taking on Masha Slamovich and Momono as the other tag team. Now, it was said that Masha and Mylo have teamed up before, I think a long time ago. I believe this is the first time Lady Frost and Unagi Sayaka have teamed up. But both teams did good. I can't really say that I had a favorite going into this match. You know, after they announced who would be teaming up with who, I can't say that I really had a favorite because I felt like both teams were pretty balanced. I'd say they're pretty balanced. I mean, I know Masha and Mylo were the two title holders on a team, but still, you don't want to underestimate the talent of Unagi Sayaka and Lady Frost. You know what I mean? So I still felt like it was a very balanced match with both teams. But definitely a very enjoyable match. Started to really see some good synergy from Lady Frost and Unagi Sayaka. I definitely liked how they were going, especially with the strikes and the double axe kicks and stuff like that. Masha and Mylo, they definitely look good together. It's definitely a clash of styles, like with those two together, but they made it work. They definitely made it work. And when it was all said and done, Momono ends up picking up the victory over Unagi Sayaka, hitting her with a JK bomb for the 1-2-3. And Masha Slamovich, Momono are not only your winners, but those two move on to the finals of the Queen of Indies tournament to face each other. So that ended up being the main event. But before we got to the main event, we had one more tag team match. And this was pretty much the semi-main event, or, the semi-final, as they say in Japan. We had the team of Mac Daddy Mylo and Rachelle Riveter, interesting names, taking on Brooke Havok and Johnnie Robbie. Never heard of any of these ladies before. This match was okay. I mean, I wasn't really feeling Rachelle Riveter. Mac Daddy Mylo was alright. Thought she was alright. Brooke Havok and Johnnie Robbie, I mean, they were alright as well. If anything, I felt like Brooke Havok was the MVP. I felt like she stood out the most in this match. But overall, it was alright. It was alright. It was probably like maybe the weakest of the card, which I know the first match was pretty decent, but was a very short match. But I don't know. I wasn't really feeling this match like I hoped for. And probably because I'm not familiar with the ladies, so, I'm not going to hate on it too badly because I'm not familiar with the ladies, but I thought it was okay, but it didn't really get me hyped or, so much invested into it, but it is what it is. Brooke Havok ends up getting the pin on Mac Daddy Mylo after hitting her with a PTS knee, which I did like the name of that finisher. I thought that was pretty cool. PTS knee. But yeah, Brooke Havok, Johnnie Robbie get the victory in tag team competition. And then the finals of the Queen of Indies 2023 tournament came down to Mylo Momono versus Masha Slamovich. And this was definitely worthy of being the main event of this show. These ladies tore each other apart. I mean, counter moves, counter pins, kicking out of every signature move from both ladies. I mean, both ladies were going hard. They were going really hard. Mylo Momono showing that fighting spirit, being able to fight out of multiple sleeper hold attempts. And even Masha Slamovich kicking out of the JK bomb, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, it was just back and forth. It really could have gone either way. But when it was all said and done, Masha clamps in one more sleeper hold, got enough pressure on Mylo Momono, and then transitioned it into a White Knight driver. Nails her with it, gets the 1, 2, 3, and Masha Slamovich is your winner and your Queen of Indies 2023. So congratulations to Masha Slamovich. What a victory for her. And you know what? Both ladies looked solid in that match. It was an excellent match, very worthy of being the main event. So overall, good show. Really good show. I can't really say a whole lot of bad about the show. It was really good to see, you know, U.S. debuts from like Maria and Unagi Sayaka. So I thought that was pretty cool to see. So yeah, overall, I was very happy. I was pretty pleased. I was satisfied, you know. But that is your Queen of Indies 2023 show, and your winner, Masha Slamovich. Congratulations to her. But that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out the link to Game Beauty. And also, let me know what your thoughts are on the Queen of Indies 2023 show in San Francisco. What did you think of the card? What did you think of the matches? How do you feel about Masha Slamovich being the winner of this tournament? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care. Peace.